Hi everybody, it's Rue. I'm here today to show you the junk journal that I made for my friend that I've known the longest of anybody in the world outside of my family. And she wanted a sort of Gothic junk journal for Halloween. The cover art is actually from Chocolate Rabbit on Etsy, and it's printed on vellum and then sewn on cardstock with ribbon around it. I went with tried to go with sort of a plainish, I don't even think that's a word, sort of a plain cover. There's metal corners on it. The side turned out really well. I was very, very happy with that. I don't know if there will be a glare or not. It's actually done with Prima Artist Wax and Tim Holtz stencil. And what I did was just put the stencil over it and dabbed on the wax with, what was it? The same thing that you use to highlight and do edging and stuff. That kind of brush. Anyway, also, most of the charms here are Seven Gypsies, Etsy, just some beads I had around, Tim Holtz. And these glass cabochons were from, oh my, AliExpress. Yeah, and I just glued them together on a piece of metal. Put them on there. So they're very sort of Halloween-y, Gothic looking. As you can see, it is a big, chunky journal. There's 3 signatures, and I think that there are 10 or 12 pages in each one. Now, because I can only do this with one hand, because I have to hold my phone in the other, because I don't have any other way to videotape this, I'm not going to pull every single thing out. I'll go through, and if there's something, I'll explain it. The cover is made of chipboard that I cut, and instead of making the spine with I've been hiding the spine, the threads on the spine. Oops. And the paper is from this year's Michaels, which I guess are recollections. Those books, Tim Holtz 2017, the small 8x8 pads. And I went to Tuesday Morning and had gotten a lot of last year's, I believe they were last year's, Echo Park packs. And I think I picked up 3 or 4 of those, so they were great 2-sided packs. This does lay flat. It's just a matter of me putting it flat. I'm trying to get it so it's the best way to look at it, so that's why I have it sort of propped up here a little bit. Lots of tuck spots, lots of hidden pockets. There's a hidden pocket up there. Side pockets, top pockets. I think there's some belly bands, so you can see. A lot of these were just internet, and I printed them off and matted them. Stamps were mostly from, I think, the Recollectionist collections at Michael's. I got a whole bunch there this year, and Tim Holtz, and some other ones that I can't think, that were just generics that I got offline. I used a lot of old photos that were on Pinterest or just on Google Images, and printed them and matted them. This, I guess, a desiccated fairy that's displayed like a butterfly. A lot of lace on the edging. This was one of the stencil cuts, or that was from I think the Recollections at Michael's also. These are little 3D bubble. It's like a bubble, and depending on how you turn it, it looks like a spider or a skeleton of a spider, which is strange because spider skeletons are on the outside. But anyway, and it's I just thought it was kind of cool looking, and it's 3D, so even little skulls are puffy. Tim Holtz stamp. Everything on here is it's able to be written on, or with a black pen or white pen or any color pen. This is from the Tim Holtz, those bags that he had out with all the miniatures, as are the owls. It's a double pocket. So you can put it behind or in the front. This was some of the paper that I had gotten at Michael's, and I don't know what actually who put it out, but it was at Michael's, and it's like a tissue paper, and I just Mod Podged it on there. If you hear my cats carrying on in the background, don't mind them. I locked them out of my room, so they're having a fit. Another tuck. And this fella was from that Tim Holtz bag. This is a toe tag that I downloaded off of Google. Some more pockets, small pocket. I like this. This is the pledge, the Halloween pledge. I don't know what year it's from. It looks pretty old, about saying that you're not going to go running amok on Halloween and breaking things. Let's see. Some more tucks. I did a lot of tucks instead of pockets with this book because a lot of the images were too big to try to shove down into pockets. I downloaded a lot of postcards from the Victorian era and matted them and then glossy accented them on the front, not on the back. This paper is actually, I hand coffee dyed, and there's some more. I have side pockets, as you can see here, and I'm going to switch hands, which might make this shaky. And with them, what you'll find is I have them so you can pull them out, and a lot of them are Penny Dreadful covers from back in the 1800s. And I'm not going to get this in with one hand, I bet. Let's see. Oh, I did. I like this paper that came from Recollections that was, maybe it was, no, I don't know. Maybe it was Echo Park. Anyway, I like this because you could easily fussy cut it out, and it looked kind of cool, I thought. Downloaded a lot of music for Halloween that had some pretty cool images. I did a lot of printing on vellum and then sewing, and this guy, I just think he's a riot. He's dressed up as a chicken for some reason. He does not look happy to be dressed up as a chicken. A lot of the Tim Holtz tags. This is a floating pocket. It means you can just take it out. It goes behind there. There's a lot of little Halloween-y things in there. Little surprises. Glassine bag with a tag. This one is vellum that I sewed with a tag in it. More photos. I downloaded a lot of the photos and just matted them. Some more. I tried to stay anywhere from the advent of photography to like the 1920s. That's the range I tried to keep it in. This is a vellum bag that I made and put trim on and then glued in. Some more. As you can see, it's jam-packed full with stuff, and as you can see, there's more. Switch hands. There's more images in the sides, and as you see, I have them all sort of with different tabs on them. If you look down at the sides. This one I thought was interesting. A man eaten by cats, which was sort of strange. Some sheet music. This is interesting old Victorian photography. They did a lot of spiritualish sort of photography. Another Penny Dreadful or music. I don't know which one. Some more pockets hidden. So, as you can tell, that's sort of the theme through this. So I'm going to go through the rest and stay quiet, and you can just sort of peer at what is in here. And on the back, you can see it's the same print from one of the Echo Parks, I believe. And that's it. The very back is just plain. Like I said before, I was trying to go for sort of just an old look to it. It's actually, what I did was coffee stain that also, and artist wax on the spine. Thanks for coming by and seeing this one, and I have another one that I'm going to be making a video of very soon. It's a little bit different than this kind. It's more of a generic, but it has a fantasy cover.